personal story. So Skylar, a significant um, moment in my life was when I was in high school, and
Mhm.
things were going really well for me. I was on the football team, and um, all these things. Things have been pretty good for me. I was looking good, and but then all of a sudden, my I just out of nowhere one day in practice, I broke my arm, and just a brutal injury. Especially at that time, it was a week before school started, so like a week before our first game, and so it was devastating. I remember getting back home from the hospital after surgery, and it just kind of just reflecting like, God, why'd you allow this to happen to me? Because like I was going to start that year. Like I said, it was my junior year, so this is a big year for, if I was wanting to play at the next level, and I had a lot of my identity tied up in that in that position, right? And what I was doing there, and so especially that first week, a lot of heaviness dealing with that, and I was thankful I had really good people around me to encourage me and come see me, come talk to me, and try to make me still feel included. And eventually I was able to step into that support role, but it was a really hard moment where things really obviously did not go my way, and I had to do a lot of self-reflection in that time, and just realizing what's really important to me. And
2 minutes.
it was hard. It was really hard for me.
I wanted to tell you about when, well, one of the greatest moments of my life, like when I got married. Of course, I'm divorced, so that, there's the end of that story is different from the beginning, but that was a fond moment, obviously, that the wedding and everything leading up to it. And then the birth of my children was a great moment, each one of them unique and exciting, and joy filled in their own right. But I think the most exciting moment of my life was my son, who was he was like, he was the kind of kid, he was a good guy, but like he sort of stayed up watching or playing video games till 3 o'clock in the morning. And I always wondered, not always, but I was starting to wonder, like, what's going to happen to this guy? Like, have I failed him? There doesn't seem to be a lot of motivation here. And then he walked into my room one day and he said, "Dad, I joined the Marine Corps." And whoa, all of the sudden, like, that was a completely different thing than what I expected out of. He's always been a good kid, but just didn't seem to be highly motivated. So he joined the Marine Corps, and the most exciting moment of my life was after missing him for 13 weeks, going to Camp Lejeune, to watch him graduate from Marine Corps boot camp and receive what's called the EGA, the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, Robert, there's several events in my life that have really affected me in different ways. But I can't think of one more pivotal than when I made the decision to marry my wife. So I was in a very unique position, or a fork in the road. I had just applied to go MSG, and that pretty much consists of going to 3 different countries in 3 different years. So I got selected for that, but I was dating Katie for about 6 months at the time, and there was no way I could have both, and I had to make a decision. And I just remember being at her house, and her little daughter sitting there, and I was just really going over it, like, what am I supposed to do? And her little girl says, "We need you." And that was like one of the most, like, just heart piercing things for me. And I deeply felt like I was supposed to marry Katie, and that ultimately resulted in me not going to MSG duty. But it's just been great how the trajectory of my life has gone. And I know that was the right decision now, absolutely. And I can't be happier for that decision I made. So since then, I've like continued in my Marine Corps career, ended up becoming an officer. So, I think things played out a lot better with that decision I made back then, and how it's just affected the direction of like my career and everything else. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, and just the major impact that it had on my life.